Today, welcome to a new year. Happy New Year to all of you. Today, I would like to discuss a very new chapter, which is a poem written by Jane Taylor. It is chapter number 14 from English CB book, class 4. Okay, so let's begin with the chapter. It is a poem written by Jane Taylor. Jane Taylor was a British engraver, English poet, and a novelist. She was born in London. She was engraver, painter, and minister. She was very much. She was given importance in writing the perfect, and a beautiful nature. She was writing the poet. She was a good painter, and her writing were given quite importance. She was a novelist. Okay, so Jane Taylor had written this poem, The Violet. Okay, this poem is all about a flower. Okay, a flower which is called as violet. The color is being expressed as violet. The flower is described as modest. The flower which is described in this poem is expressed as modest. Modest means humble, humility. That means soft, which means humility brings about another theme of this poem. The theme of this poem is to bring about the humbleness, the humility, the modesty. Okay, it can also be assumed that beauty is a less important thing than humility and modesty. That means even if a particular person or a particular, for example, we take a person who is very beautiful in nature, but if he or she is not having humbleness, humility, modesty, then that beautifulness is of no use. That beauty is of no use. Okay, so let's begin with the explanation of this poem. The first stanza begins: down in a green and shady bed, a modest violet grew. That means the violet, which is expressed as a flower, where it is growing in a green and shady bed. The place where this flower is growing is expressed as green and shady bed. All over the area is filled with the grass, green grass, which is very beautiful as described by the poet. A modest violet grew. Its stalk was bent, it hung its head. That means its stalk, the stalk means a support system of a leaf and flower. The supportive, the plant part which is supporting the leaf and the stem or the flower was called a stalk, and which was bent. It was bent. It hung its head. That means even if the flower was blooming, which is very beautiful as expressed in the poem, then also it is bowing the head towards the earth, as if to hide from the view. That means this flower wants to hide from the view of anyone. It doesn't want to express, it doesn't want to point out that yes, I'm here, I'm so beautiful. It doesn't want to attract anybody towards itself. And yet it was a lovely flower, its color bright and fair. What was the color about? The color is bright, color was fair, it's very soothing, it's very looking, it's very beautiful. If anybody sees, it's just attractive. And yet it was a lovely flower. It might have raised a rosy bower. That means it is so attractive. It is so attractive that it can attract anybody towards itself. Instead of hiding there, means that flower wants to hide. It doesn't want to be affected. It doesn't want to come to anybody's eyes. Yet there it was a content to bloom. There was a charm. It was happy and satisfied. It was very happy that yes, though I'm beautiful, but what is the need that anybody will be seeing, anybody will be touching me? So it is blooming there in the green and shady bed, in modest tints array. That means it is having a faint shade of color. The color was bright, the color was fair, but it doesn't want to come to anybody. It doesn't want to show itself to anybody. Okay. Now later we will see the next two stanza in this one.